Living in California, Mom took to the outdoors like a real sport. She tended a vegetable garden like it was her fourth child. Vegetables, not flowers, for she was always a very practical woman. She gave to her friends many of the harvests from her garden. She really enjoyed sharing with us the fruits of her labor. One by one, her children married. And Mom, like all grandmothers, doted on her grandchildren. I can still see her smiling, playing with them, and making happy yet funny noises with John, Aaron, and Jonathan. But alas, I'm the wayward son who is still not married, and she was worried about me. Mom traveled to Maryland and Fresno to make sure that I was okay, and she befriended many brothers and sisters during her visits. I would like to think that she was a traveling teacher and a missionary in her more independent years. She also counseled many young people and has several adopted children, such as Elaine, Peggy, and David, who probably listened to her wisdom more attentively than her own children. In many ways, I admire my mom because she was doing exactly what she thought she should be doing. She was living at the center of God's will for her. Lately, I asked her whether she would like to travel and take a vacation somewhere, or even just go out and have a nice meal with me. Because we do have the financial means now to enjoy these. But she seemed happy and content that she was living the life that God wanted her to live. No more and no less. Three things come to mind as lessons that I learned from Mom. There are many, but these three stand out in my feeble mind at this moment. One, her enduring faith. Mom and I did not see eye to eye theologically. We would have many heated discussions about salvation, grace, and discipline. We each thought the other person too stubborn. But truthfully, how many people can have theological discussions with their parents? Beyond debates or arguments, she had an assurance of her relationship with God that I envied. Her faith, being sure of what we hope for, and certain of what we do not see, was at graduate school level for an elementary student like me. Her intimate relationship with God was not at a cerebral level. It was on a deeper, more mysterious level as I witnessed her praying on her knees by the foot of her bed in early mornings. Perseverance in hope was another valuable lesson. Her faith and persistence gave her hope, something to look forward to. She was a fighter. She overcame all odds and obstacles to raise her children, to take care of her husband, and to study a new language, and to learn a new way of life. If she thought that something had to be done, then no matter how difficult or impossible it seemed, she would set out to do it. Mom was one of the youngest 66-year-old people I know. In fact, she will always be 38 years old in my mind. She was full of fire in her spirit and loved many around her. She demonstrated for me what it meant to live for the Lord in serving others. When I faced difficulties in ministry, she gave me wise words and encouraging thoughts. She also hosted many people and friends in our homes and cooked for them. Some of you who are here today have had the privilege of tasting Yao Mama's cooking, often with fresh vegetables from her garden. Mom was also a peacemaker. She told us stories of her mother, whom she respected greatly. She often said that Grandma wished that all the sisters, that's my aunties, would have good relationships with one another. Mom also told the three of us, Tim, Dorcas, and me, the same. Be at peace and love one another. Our amazing grace loved us sacrificially, and it encouraged us to love as Christ loved us. With her life, my mom truly embodied faith, hope, and love. My siblings and I are blessed with wonderful, godly parents. They were not perfect, but in their imperfections, we saw God's love and grace demonstrated in their lives of faith and service. We know now that they are together, peaceful and joyful, in heaven with our Lord. We have the faith and the hope that we will see them again one day. For now, we endeavor to live, to go on in the spirit and the values that they have imparted to us, as an act of remembrance of them and as an act of love for them.